I think the only thing that is not doing well in this country is politics and governance. Our youths are doing very well because the youths that are not doing well are a consequence of the political climate, and our youths are doing well.
Do you believe that our youth can do better?
That's what I'm saying. If the politics is better, our youth will do better because they're a consequence of the bad governance.
Youths are not in that you think when they go into it, it's going to make them do more they are doing.
Agriculture. The youths need to, but they are beginning to get in bit by bit. The ones that are going into fish farming, going into vegetables, fruits, and the rest of them. Yeah, but I think that the more the youths get into agric and bring innovation in, it will turn around.
There's a lot of jackpot syndrome going on. What will you say about that?
If it's done properly, many youths will come back. For now, you find a youth that has graduated since 1994, 95, maybe even 2001, and for nearly 10 years, they don't have a job. And then a job opens up for him overseas. He will go take it. And so the employment statistics show that it is most of the people who have no jobs that are traveling. A lot of people who have jobs are traveling because they are needed. But it's a pointer to the fact that a lot needs to be done so that our youth will stay.
With what is going on politically and economically right now, do you think there's a future for youth right now? Does it promise any good outcome for youth?
As I say, once there's a turnaround, yes. Once there's a turnaround, things will change.
How big is the comedy industry right now?
Massive. It's nearly a 200 billion naira industry. 200 billion.
Whenever I hear comedy, I remember Alibaba. What drives your passion to bring young people into the industry?
Well, the thing is that the potentials are there. The indices pointed to the fact that there's a lot that can be done, and a lot of people could make it from that. And then one given thing is that if you have people that need to laugh and are stressed, then the product that you are selling will sell. The laughter, and which is why it is selling. One of the biggest platform that sells comedy overseas is sitcoms. Sitcoms on television, comedians that have talk shows, and it's comedy. Comedy is a reliever of stress as it's now. It's good that they recognize the fact that the creative industry has a role to play in the banking sector. Like I listed, there are lots that we can do. Beyond that, the unbanked people in the creative industry are so much, and the kind of money. You find that if you have good products as a bank, and you market it well and present the value proposition, there's no need for a comedian or an entertainer to put 100 million naira on a car when he can buy bonds and buy some financial instruments that will give him more money, because the car will depreciate, but his financial instrument will not. So there's quite a lot that the bank can do. So it's a rub my back, I rub your back kind of thing. And I'm in a country where people do not like to pay for ideas, and so when you say it, they'll take it and run with it. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Kenny Black has done with
and also fraud. And so instead of what to antagonize them, we need to support the young fintech owners to see.
Right, I think so. My name is Ajayi Oluwafemi, the Innovation Hub Manager for Apollo Global Innovation, as well as the Head Business and Technical Analyst. And my colleague here is Oluwakemi, so of course she would introduce herself. So what Apollo basically does, Apollo is an incubator and accelerator. And when I mean incubator, we incubate these talents. Of course, you can see these are one of our talents here, the first global challenge here. We have some other men, the CIBN program that we're having today. So we've been able to incubate these young persons, and that's why we have our locations across different universities where we have these young talents, because we believe that it comes from an early stage and it's more like catch them young. So you can see here that we identify talent, and that's what we do. We see that you have ideas, and that's why we have here Apollo, because everything comes from the brain. Yes, so incubating of startups, getting talent to have these skills that they can actually work remotely and work with international companies, even local companies, and support the economy of Nigeria. We also have here our research unit. Research commercialization is something that we are also into, right? And when I talk about research, we are actually going to university communities to meet with the researchers, because there are this research that has been done that needs to be utilized properly. And that's why we can commercialize this research that can be used to affect other products that we have in line. So we have even talent as a service is something we are into. Why we actually put them for internship opportunities where they can actually put those skills that they've gathered for themselves into learning. So we partner, and we have one thing is we believe in collaboration partnership. We partnered with so many institutions that believe in what we do in Opolo, and we are actually on a plan to elevate and ensure that we are affecting the talent in Nigeria.
That is quite interesting. Okay. Okay.
Okay. My name is Kende Oluwakemi, an innovation hub manager for Opolo Global.
You both are young. What stimulated this idea? Well, how did it start?
So Opolo started as an idea, which is, like the name suggested, brain. The founder thought of the idea that where does new idea come from, and it was like from the brain. So most of the brilliant ideas that we see today comes from the brain, basically. So that brought about creating Opolo Hub and actually employing young people. We have 7 hubs, and we are counting down to 12 before the end of the year. We have across Unibadon or other schools before the year runs out, because we believe that these young people, that is where the talent comes from. Like, we're able to produce most of those young talents we can see here, like ElseGo, MedHQ, Wasset, and many other young people, because we know that most of those brilliant ideas come from young people, and that's why we're here today. And as people that work with young people, most of us are also young people as well.
Do you think this forum, this kind of events, is necessary?
Well, I think it's actually very